welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's video. It is already time to reset for a new month. I hope that February was good to you. I hope that you set some good goals and found some joy, and we're gonna chat about February and set some goals for March. Before we get started, I do have a whole playlist on my channel of a bunch of different resets I've done. I have a New Year reset that I did at the very beginning of January of this year, and then I also did a reset last month and I recapped January and set some goals for February. So make sure you go watch that video first because I'm going to be talking a lot about those goals that I set in that video and how I did on them this month. I talked about this in last month's video, but I did come up with kind of a checklist of things that I wanted to reflect on and complete on this reset day I have at the end of every month. Number one is wash the sheets. Last month I lazied out a little bit and I only washed the sheets. I did not wash our duvet cover. This month though, this morning I went ahead and washed our whole sheets. I washed the duvet cover and I even washed Jordan's sheets. So that way we can start the new year. That way we can start the new month with fresh, clean sheets. There's nothing better. And then the other thing on my list in terms of my physical space to kind of reset it for a new month is to pick one area of my home to declutter. So this month I decided to take on a pretty big project and I decided to declutter and organize our storage room in the basement. We moved into this home back in October and it has not been truly organized to make sense of all the stuff that's down there since we moved in. We just kind of put stuff on shelves and have been putting stuff on the shelves ever since. And I have to say, I love our storage room. We just are not making the most use of our space in terms of like organizing it. It doesn't really make sense. I went ahead and took care of that as well, and I will play that footage here. All right, this is our project of today. Yesterday, Michael went ahead and put all of his tools here, and honestly, this is kind of what inspired me to just tackle the rest of this room. Everything's just kind of random. Back there, I have a bunch of home decor that we haven't hung up that I don't know that we will. That's my Christmas trees basket, our trees, Christmas, no idea what that is, probably Christmas, fall decor, random clothes. This is 0 to 6 month clothes, I think. This is literally just thrown. This is chapter books that I never used in my classroom. This is stuff that was just left by them, extra flooring pieces that I don't really want to get rid of, but I also, it's not purposeful right here. There is gift wrap stuff there, clothes. This is like pillows and blankets. This is Jordan's 6 to 12 month clothes. It's not labeled. Back there is my memory box. All of this is empty. This is just like tarps and stuff for painting. This is all random. Oh, okay. This is Jordan stuff. This is literally my like maternity clothes. All of this is like newborn stuff. So that's her bassinet and her 2 newborn car seats. And then a lot of this is Jordan. This is, I think, newborn. This is photo albums, I believe. Just random. And then a bunch of paint. Then over here is like our overstock, except our overstock for some reason has wrapping paper. This room just has a lot of good bones and so much great storage. Like, this was one of the selling points of this house for us, was this giant room. I think I'm gonna start by taking things off of this shelf. Are you guys ready to see what it looks like now? This took me a while, but only things that are not finished, I've got a pile of t-shirts and things that are all Michael's except for like a couple of my pants. So I need him to like look at those and see where he can put those. And then we have these huge boxes. This was our TV when we first moved in. This is the bike that he uses in the gym. And we just have not broken them down. We're gonna work on this together. Other than that though, are you ready to see? This looks pretty cluttered, but it's very purposeful. Everything up top is now seasonal. So we've got a ton of Christmas, the trees, the skirt is kind of poking out. I could probably put it down here and look a little less crazy. Gift baskets and things in here. This is mostly mine, to be honest. This is like Michael and I's memory box from when we were dating in high school and college. This is a bunch of our photo albums. This is clothes. I change out my seasonal clothes. This is like summer. And then I have some like home decor that I rotate through. This is all Jordan and baby stuff. So like these two are both newborn. I could probably label them, but I don't really think I need to. We have both of her car seats, some shoes that we got for her that she's a little bit still too small for. Those big 2 totes that I showed you of 0 to 6 and then 6 to 12 clothes, her bassinet, her Snuggle Me, my maternity clothes, her little chair, and then her swing is still over there, but like doesn't really make sense to shove it up here. And then down here I cleared out all of the tile and stuff. There's still some wood back there, but I'm just gonna leave it. These are empty. This is full of like random TV stuff for now. And then this is some like linens and things. That's my memory box that did not move. Over here did not really change. And then over here I just kind of cleared out like the trash and stuff and pushed that up against the wall. I pushed the white table back there. This is all cleared. This, I have some like random school stuff that I'm not using. And then I shoved all the tile stuff back there behind the paint because I figured that that makes sense. And then I did move her stuff over here. Makes so much sense, you guys. This is so satisfying to me. So like baby food, medicines, we don't even really use this anymore. And we have some formula that we also don't use, but it won't expire for a couple of years. So hopefully if we have to use formula with our next kid, it won't go to waste. Otherwise, we will find somebody that we can give that to. Diaper refills, wipes, diapers, and that kind of just goes with all the stuff that's already here. So I'm really proud of this one, you guys. This was a lot bigger than last month's. Looks so good. Ellie, you can walk through here now. I just think it's so important to declutter something every single month. Otherwise, several months go by and you look around and you realize your home is just not orderly. It just feels so good. Now that my space is ready, let's talk more about my mind. Let's go back to February. I'm going to look at, in my planner, all of the goals that I set for February. I'm going to be very honest in this video because I definitely did not achieve every single goal, and I didn't even make that many goals. Personal goals or like my faith kind of goals. Number 1 was to do my Bible plan reading every single day. The only days that I did not do were days that I just genuinely forgot, like the days we had conferences until after 8 p.m. I definitely came home and crashed and forgot, but the next morning, both days that I did that, I immediately read and caught up on my Bible plan. So I'm still going strong with that, which is good. So I am gonna go ahead and cross that off. And then my other thing was to go to my small group every week, and I also did that. And then those are the only things that I set in terms of like personal faith goals. So let's do my health goals next. My main health goals were to work out 5 days a week and to cycle sync my workouts. So I did both of these things. I am just loving working out. Like, it is so good for me. I am enjoying it so much. I have already noticed a huge difference just in my motivation and my, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, my ability to stick with it. I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. And then the other thing was cycle syncing all of my workouts, and I'm not going to go too in depth about it, but you can always Google and kind of find out more information. But I did do that all month, and I didn't base my workout on that, but I was just aware of where I was at. But it's very interesting to me how accurate it was on just how I was feeling. I really just wanted to do it to see if it would make a difference, and I think I'm just gonna kind of do what my body feels and continue that. It was really good for me to kind of connect those two together, but it's not the end all be all. That's it for my health goals for February. My work goals, and this was referring to YouTube specifically, I wanted to upload 2 bonus videos. I can cross that off. I uploaded my reset video on a Wednesday, and then I also uploaded my Q&A with Michael on a Wednesday. So I did upload 2 bonus videos, and then I also wanted to do 2 brand deals. So I did 1 brand deal with Dime. I did not get another brand deal, and we're gonna talk more about that in my work goals for March. Cannot cross that one off, and it's okay. Financial goals. Okay, so let's chit chat about my finances. Where's my phone? I'm gonna pull up my Every Dollar app. Our goal For February, stick to the dang budget. That was my first goal. And then I also wanted to have a no spend month. So let's talk about the no spend month first, and then I'll look at our budget and kind of see where we're at. I can't say that I 100% did a no spend month, but you guys saw I spent $7 whopping at an estate sale, and I have no regrets about what I bought. I will say it was so good for me just to have the discipline. That's the word I was thinking of earlier with working out. The discipline to be so aware of my money. It was so good for me. I don't think I'll have like a no spend month every month by any means. I just think it's a really good mindset for me to have, to be very aware of where my money is going. There were several instances that I did not purchase something that I wanted to purchase. I can't even think of any examples, which tells me it was an impulse purchase and not something we actually needed. So having a no spend month was so good for my own just self-discipline. Now let's look at the budget. Oh, my other goal, maybe I should watch the video because I don't think I wrote all of them down. My other goal was to do our taxes, and we did do our taxes, so I can check that off. I don't know why I forgot to write that down. So I'm gonna pull up our Every Dollar app. That's what we use to budget. The month is not 100% over because I wanted to get this video out before. We don't have hardly anything else coming out except like maybe a little bit of groceries. Went a little bit over on Ellie because I had to take her to the vet, so that was kind of an unexpected expense, but it was like, it wasn't that much. Everything else, you guys. We were actually talking about our budget the other day, and we did very well this month. I feel like the no spend month was really good for me. We also had a couple unexpected expenses this month. So like Ellie's vet was unexpected. We had to have a contractor come out and do some things that was like $1,500, but that came out of our savings. And I struggle with how much to talk about finances because everybody's financial situation is so different. But I just feel like no one really explains or talks about stress around finances, whether you are doing really great in your finances or it's a place of anxiety for you. Ever since being married and being independent, I feel like my relationship with money has just gone like this. There are seasons where I feel like we are managing it so well, we are living way below our means, we're saving a lot of money, and then there are other seasons that life just happens and it just seems like everything happens on top of the other. And so even though this month we stayed in the budget, I'm really proud of our budget. We literally didn't go over budget in hardly any category, which is such a win. That doesn't mean that like money is easy and it's not stressful, because it can be so stressful. We actually got it quoted recently. We were really hoping to paint our home. It's this color that we just don't love, and we really don't want to pay for the siding to be replaced, so we were going to get it painted. But with the contractor expense and then when we did our taxes, we owed money, and with both of those, it doesn't make sense to paint our home. Would I like to paint our house and make it more beautiful? Absolutely. Does it make sense? No. So we're not going to do it, and it's just picking those things, you know? The last thing I wanted to share, it wasn't a goal that I had for February, but a verse that I feel like the Lord really used and showed me this month, and it is Matthew. The main verse is 6 verse 33, which is, seek the kingdom of God above all else and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need. That is the verse that I feel like just even the last couple of weeks, the Lord has really been pushing to me. Sorry, my battery died, so it might be a little different. I have officially been talking for far too long, and I literally haven't even talked about my March goals. So maybe it was good it cut me off. But yeah, my main goal for March is just seek first the kingdom. That is a verse I feel like that the Lord has showed me over and over, and I'm going to write it on my heart, write it on my spirit and my soul, and just kind of claim it this month. Let's talk about my March goals now. I just kind of shared a faith goal, so I'm going to kind of stay in that realm and talk about my other faith goal. Is I'm going to try out this month doing my Bible time in the morning. You guys know I do it at night, but I just found at the end of my days, I was just so drained that I was reading my Bible and I was absorbing it, but I wasn't necessarily using that to then foster any kind of like discussion with the Lord or prayer time or anything. It was just like, okay, that was really good. And I read my Bible and I was done and I went about my evening. And I think I want to try it in the morning because I do have a little bit of time. So we'll see. This is kind of a home thing, is I really want us to redo our gym we have in the basement. I know we just talked about like renovations and like saving money. It's just paint. Like it's literally just repainting the walls. And so we would like to do that this month at some point, maybe over spring break. I will vlog that whole thing though. Michael's really excited about it. That lime green walls, and there's vinyl that's like half peeled off with very cheesy quotes, and I'm over it. Another thing I want to do, and this is also kind of related to something I want to do on spring break this month, I really want us to take like a day trip, road trip kind of thing. We are going on vacation this summer and we're going to be in the car for like 9 hours. So I really want us to take a road trip. We could go see family a few hours away. There's a really cool zoo a few hours away. And so I really would just like to take a day and just have a day trip, me and Michael and Jordan. I think that would be really fun, and I also think it'd be good practice. Another thing I want to do is I want us to go on a date night this month. And yes, this is really sad that I'm having to write as one of my goals to go on just one single date night, but that does not happen very often for Michael and I. And then my last goal, I want to try for the month of March to not wear any face makeup for the whole month. I do wear mascara and I do add a little bit to my eyebrows, but that is it. And I have done that almost every single day for February. There were 2 days that I wore makeup, and those 2 days were my conferences days. Other than that, I went the whole month of February with no makeup, and it was so nice. And so I want to do it again in March and actually go the entire month makeup free, at least face wise. I will still wear my mascara and my eyebrows because I like it. My health goals, I would like to continue working out 5 times a week, and that's my only health goal. I just want to stay on top of it. I just want to continue to be motivated. I love it so much. My work goals, again, this is YouTube because teaching, I'm just trying to survive. I said I would go more in depth about this, but I don't want this video to be so long. I feel like I am losing a little bit of joy with it because of the pressure I have put on it. And so this month I am just going to remove all of this pressure that I have put. I want this space to remain joyful for me. It's a hobby. It's something that I genuinely love doing. And I feel like the more pressure I put on it, the less fun it gets. And that is not the purpose of it. I'm gonna stop trying to figure it out. I'm sure you guys are so sick of hearing it. I get sick of hearing it. It doesn't matter. Who cares? And I feel like God has been convicting me on that too, of just trying to control so much. And again, he's just asking me to step out in faith. He's asking me to seek first the kingdom and not seek first more subscribers or more reach. That should never be the goal. And so I feel like he has just been kind of taking me back to what it should be and where he wants me to be. We're gonna just take all the pressure off and see what happens. And then my financial goals, again, I just want to stick to our budget, and I'm not going to do a no spend month. However, I am gonna try something a little bit different. Michael and I each have a personal budget a month for anything that's not groceries that we would need. So this would be things like if I decided to get clothes, or anything, even like if I run out of makeup, skincare, stuff like that. And I'm going to use that chunk of like my personal, which I don't think I even spent any of that last month. That's going to be my budget. If I want to go out to dinner with some friends, or I want to go to my favorite coffee shop with a friend, I think that way I can still do those things. I can still have fellowship and go meet with people and do things like that, because that's like my own self-care, is going to get Mexican food with my friends. Like that is my perfect evening, and I don't want to take that away, but I also don't need to do it every single week and spend $30 a time. Like that's a little absurd. Do you know what I mean? If I have that amount of money, and I also know that's my money for makeup if I run out, or skincare, or shampoo, or like literally anything that I would need, is that money as well. And then the last thing I want to do, and I promise this is the last thing, oh my gosh, you guys, if you've stuck with me, you're a champ. I wanted to have a little section for my monthly favorites in each video. So we're just gonna jump right in. Are you ready? My first favorite is this chapstick. It's from Dime. It's their little lip balm. I do have a code with Dime, but I wear it all the time. It's so good. It's so hydrating and moisturizing. It's fantastic. And then my other favorite, this is so random. This is it, you guys. These are the two favorites. Are my favorite pair of sweatpants. They're these like cream beige joggers. They're from H&M. I have another pair from Target that are like the exact same. I can link these things. I am not joking. I wear them like every single day. So I feel like I had to add them as a favorite because you need them, because they are the best. that's literally it, because I didn't really buy anything this month, so I didn't have any other favorites, but I just thought it might be kind of fun to have a little section in these videos of my monthly favorites. If you stuck all the way to the end, you are a real one. Thank you so much. I hope you have the best March. Please let me know down below, what is one thing that you learned in February, and what's one thing that you are setting as a goal for yourself for March. I absolutely love reading your comments, especially when they're about things like this. I just think it's so interesting to see what other people are learning and working through and goals you're setting. So let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to go catch up on all the other resets so far. I will see you guys next time. Bye, friends.